What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. He's got a big ego. Such a big ego. Motherfucking ego lifting. Yes, I do ego lift. I do a lot of things my ego. Here's the deal, man. I think ego is a healthy thing to have. Obviously, it's self-confidence, you know. But when you get around a group of guys that you haven't trained with in a while, you know, when somebody gets 275, you do tend to use ego lifting to get up more weight than possible. Now, I want to just state for the record, if you were to come by and just witness me train, and a lot of you people who watch this, I know a lot of people from my local South Elgin LA Fitness, see me train and know that my training is usually with precision and perfect form. For example, today I had one plate on the hack squat because it was later in the workout. I was coming down till I touched the bottom, boom, coming up. My leg press is methodical. My goblet squats are methodical. My bench press is methodical, not too heavy. When I do standing overhead press, it's very, very, and if you watch my video with the overhead press from this weekend, you'll notice that after I did that heavy ego set, I dropped it and I did one plate straight up, straight down. And that's how I usually lift. However, even Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding, even he advocated cheat curls to get heavier weight and get that maximal contraction at the top. And I can point to a bunch of case studies. We posted a video of Doug Miller doing a 405-pound deadlifts for like 89, whatever the fucking Doug Miller reps. I don't even count shit when I train with Doug. I just fucking cry. You know, so, by the way, Doug and I will be at the TigerFitness.com booth at the Arnold Classic. I believe it's booth 1831 through 35. But here's the deal. People are like, oh, he's doing this wrong, he's doing that wrong, ego lifting, ego lifting, ego lifting. And the thing I notice about people who are accused of ego lifting usually, now there are those skinny kids at the gym that show up at rush hour that just throw weight around. And I don't think that's the way you want to really, you know, design your workout. However, for an advanced trainer like a Branch Warren who gets accused of ego lifting, by the way, if I won the Arnold Classic and if I won the most muscular award at the Olympia, I'd have a bit of an ego myself. Right now, I believe I'm Mr. Akron, Ohio, so I really have no room for ego. But I'll tell you what, man, it's not ego lifting. It's about pushing yourself. It's about trying something new. And you know what? You might not always have perfect form, but I'll tell you what, you hold, I don't give a fuck how much weight you have. I don't care. You hold 225 pounds, even right here, you get it. You're working your shoulder. Okay? I'm not saying every rep, every set to cheat. I'm not saying every set to ego lift. I'm saying that ego lifting has its place. But for the most part, you want your form to be meticulous and perfect. You want to prevent injury. And I'm all for that. But if you look at some of the greatest of all time, you look at Ronnie Coleman's form, you look at Branch Warren's form, you look at Johnny Jackson's form, you look at a lot of people who are accused of ego lifting or lifting with terrible form. Those are the guys winning shit. Phil Heath is, he actually trains very methodically with very, very good form. Okay? I mean, there's a lot of people who train. Kai Green's been known to train very methodically with very good form. But you know what? When you get around your friends and you want to throw around some weight and get crazy, sometimes strict, oh my God, I got to keep a 92-degree posture and this and that. It goes out the window. And I believe a lot of people critiquing ego lifting or people with better physiques than them, they're just jealous. And that's the only thing they can use. And it just sucks. I'll tell you what, and it is kind of a buzzkill when you put out what you believe is a very motivational, upbeat, just fun video of you throwing around weights with your boys, you know, and you're providing content and stuff for people to watch. And the first thing you get is negativity. I mean, just be positive. Now, I'm not recommending everybody lifts beyond their means. But, you know, sometimes you can get a little crazy. I'm not suggesting, but know your limits. Obviously, if you're benching 135, don't put 315 on there and attempt to bounce it off your chest. But if it means put a little body English into something because you want to get up 225 instead of 215, by all means, you know, look at it. So I'm just tired of the term ego lifting thrown around. You know what? Bodybuilding is an ego-filled sport. And a lot of reasons we get into bodybuilding is to prove our self-esteem or our ego. Now, ego, when it's detrimental to yourself, is a bad thing. But obviously having a bit of an ego, ego's not all negative. There's positivity ego. Go ahead and look up the definition of ego. To be completely lacking in ego, that's not a good thing. But anyway, that's it, guys. I'm going to keep lifting how I lift. And honestly, again, if you were to witness a normal daily training session with me, I don't really throw stuff around. You know, I'm not always doing 100 pound sets with Mike Rashid. I'm not always doing marathon curls with Tim. No, what I'm doing is I'm training smart. I'm training wise. I'm trying to stay injury free. I don't even do back squats anymore. I do goblet squats. So let's just think about this. Next time, before you criticize someone throwing up some heavy ass weight with not so perfect form, realize that it might just be them seeing what their limit is or seeing what they can do, and they know what they're doing. They're an advanced lifter, and hey, you know what? It is what it is. But for the first thing you say to me, that's not good form, that's just kind of fucking stupid in my opinion. I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Let that ego shine. And that's not a game.